Sometimes a woman questions herself, what is love really? Is it about being good enough, kind enough, sacrificing enough, in the hope that such devotion will be returned with all-consuming affection? But then, she realizes a strange paradox. Some women fall into the arms of the very man who once shattered them, while walking away from the one who would have given her his whole heart. Why? Because love doesn't always obey logic, and women, they don't love with a checklist or with reason or even fairness. They love with feeling, with instincts, with a pull so deep they can't explain it even to themselves. Let me share a truth, a quiet secret that most men never want to face, but the few who do never see love the same way again. They no longer see themselves as failures in love. They begin to understand the intricate, beautiful storm that is a woman's emotional world. A simple story, sacrifice, and silence. We once knew a man, kind, loyal, soft-spoken, the kind of man who would send sweet good morning texts, surprise her with gifts, listen, forgive, stay. He gave everything. And one day she left. No warning, no clear reason, just a quiet goodbye, because she said she no longer felt anything. Weeks passed, then months, and then she returned to a man who had once broken her, a man who made her cry, made her scream, ripped her heart open, but also made her feel alive. Why? Because sometimes a woman doesn't fall in love with a man. She falls in love with the feeling he stirs inside her. Emotional imprinting, the hidden mark men love with logic. They choose love based on values, character, compatibility. Women don't. For her, love is a tidal wave, a pull in the chest, an ache in the belly. She doesn't fall for looks or wealth or polished words. She falls for how you make her feel, in the deepest corners of her soul. There's a name for this: emotional imprinting. A man leaves a mark not because he's perfect, but because he made her heart skip, because he pulled emotions from her that were raw, chaotic, unforgettable. The man who left a scar sometimes lives deeper in her memory than the man who only ever made her smile. So, should you become cold to be remembered? Absolutely not. A woman doesn't need a man who hurts her. She needs a man who can hold her when her emotions come like a storm. She needs someone who stays grounded when she lashes out, who remains calm when she breaks down, who doesn't flinch when she tests the limits of connection. The man who stays still while her emotions spin becomes her anchor, her home, her peace, and she will stay. Not because you were always sweet, but because in your silence, in your presence, she felt completely safe to fall apart and not be judged. In the end, what makes her stay isn't your skills, your charm, or your perfection. It's the quiet strength you carry with you, even when you say nothing at all. She doesn't stay because you're the best choice. She stays because next to you, she doesn't have to pretend to be strong anymore. You can't control her feelings, but you can control the energy you bring into the room. And often, that stillness, that quiet resilience, is the very thing she clings to when her world feels like it's falling apart. As Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Look within, for within is the fountain of strength, the light, and the freedom you seek." A man who lives by this never has to chase love, because she will find her way back to him, again and again, not because he begged, not because he impressed, but because in his presence, she discovered a softness where her chaos could rest, a peace that made her want to stay. If today, a woman longs for a place to rest her heart, it's not because he's perfect, it's because when she was her weakest, he didn't move. He didn't fix. He didn't run. He simply remained.